Yep. You ready?
How do you sum that one up? I guess from 5 goals up, feels like it's one that slipped away.
Yeah, more so than last week. We really disappointing last quarter. The wind swings on us. We start kicking into it in the last, which was incredible, but we just got a lot of things wrong in that last quarter. We allowed them to intercept the ball. I think they had 8 intercept marks. We weren't competing. They had some momentum coming in, I think, to that last quarter, but we dropped away, unfortunately. And it cost us the game. We had our chance towards the end, but we would have ended up probably stealing that one from them if we take a mark in the inside 50 and goal it, or if Keezy knocks that one through. But unfortunately, a really good lesson for us again. Probably the positive of it, if you're in our change rooms, they're sick of getting lessons as a young group, so really disappointing.
It summed the game up as a whole. That first half, a record AFL's for most goals without a miss. The second quarter, I guess, is that the real positive out of it, some of the football that you produced at that point? Yeah,
well, the game was reasonably open at times, and we were obviously kicking straight. We converted quite well, and we got some real momentum in that second quarter, and it came off of our competing in around stoppage and getting the ball forward. We went in with quite a tall, strong aerial forward line, and we felt they competed really well in that quarter. We were able to penetrate too with the footy, with the breeze behind, and so we played the style of footy that we play. It looked like us, and we came in at half time and had a good discussion around that the challenge was still to come in the third, and we'd have to go against it. And so from a footy point of view, it was actually entertaining to watch. We're a side that we've done a lot of work on our endurance and fitness, so we were happy to get up and down the ground. And the game seemed to change. They took a hold of the game in that second half, and we weren't able to sort of stem the bleeding at that. Probably 10 minutes into the last quarter. Unfortunately, we looked a little bit rattled. It'll be talked about fitness and so on. That's not what it is. We need to be mentally stronger in that period of time.
The likes of O'Meara and Mitchell starting to sort of dominate the clearances that led to them getting on top?
Yeah, and it wasn't purely stoppage. It was all over the ground. It was, we didn't compete ahead of the ball. It was dropping short. We were slow to adjust to that, whereas they seemed to adjust really well to it. In the end, disappointing, because you'd like to think we were able to right the ship there. At least 5 minutes it might take us, but we couldn't get it done. And then when we did, you saw, towards the end of the quarter, we got a contest down the line, and we're inside 50 before you know it. So it was just too late, unfortunately.
And there was obviously a lot of excitement around Riley, mate, and you tempered it a little bit, but it's probably going to be hard to do that with a debut performance like that.
Yeah, and it's a credit to him. He's a hard worker. He's professional. It was a matter of us getting the timing right. I thought he played a really important role for us at times during the game. Obviously, when we gave him an opportunity, and when the team were playing the way we want to play, he's got the ability to stand up. He'll have his challenges, and there's a number of things he'll come out of the game. And I thought at the start he looked like the game was pretty quick for him, but good players slow the game down quickly. I felt like it's a really exciting thing for our footy club to have such a professional footballer starting out his career and performing the way he did today.
Is it testament to his attitude, that first kick that he had, the turnover that led to the opening goal of the game, that he's rebounded from that and still been able to do what he did?
Yeah, and without being too harsh on him, there was then a handball and then another kick, and but the fact that he was finding the footy and he was busy and he was straight into the game. I'm really pleased for him. I'm pleased for the group, because the group provide, they'll basically feed that football down to our forward line and give him his best chance. We've talked about it with Tex, with Elliott today. When you give these guys an opportunity or give them a chance, they won't let you down too often. Unfortunately, we saw a quarter of footy today where maybe we did. But again, that's a learn for us. We'll be better for it.
Just last one from me, Ben Keys, his performance today, mate, I guess continues to sort of maybe elevate his game as his season's progressing from back end of last year.
Yeah, Keys is really important to us. He's he's a unique individual. No one works as hard as he does. And that's both ways. So runs up the hill, runs down the hill. At times, we work through and we get frustrated, the two of us, and we have conversations. But I trust him, the way he goes about his footy. I just love the character that he is. So he's getting some reward, from some individual reward. I know he's really gutted at the moment because he's ultimate team. So it won't mean much to him today, his performance, but he'll be doing everything he can to get the team back up and going.
Just on Riley, he's obviously still very young. Is he locked in now to your top grade team, or do you look to play him down a level perhaps here and there, or how do you sort of play that?
You're never locked in. We don't have any players that are locked in, but if he performs and he gets his responsibilities done when we need him, then I think he's shown he can play at the level. It's just then the consistency, and that's what we'll see with a lot of our younger guys, is that ability to back it up week in, week out. It's a 22-round season, and already across the league there's a fair bit of fatigue, and there's a lot of injuries this year. So that's the challenge that we're going to face, and Riley's going to face that. We'll have to look at how we manage him through the year. Hopefully he can continue to put out performances like he has today, but we've got to be real with that. We've got to understand that it's not an easy game. It's more of a marathon than a sprint, and hopefully we can see the start of a promising career. We definitely got to look at it today.
Speaking of injuries, there were a couple of nasty hits for a couple of players in the game. Anything serious?
I still don't have enough information around Will Hamill's ankle. We're fingers crossed that won't be major. Other than that, I think it's more probably a little bit of the ego's bruised a bit on some. It was a quiet change room, but we opened up eventually and talked through it. But yeah, some sore bodies. I think it was a pretty good contest at times.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Thanks for that. Thanks, mate.